Hi everybody, how are you doing? Sorry, plugging my phone into the charger. Forgot to do that. Hi, how are you? It has been a while. I have been going through a lot. There's a lot that's happened. I'm not going to get too much into it just because I want to focus on the reading for you guys today. I brought all of my decks with me, so we're just going to start with the Sorcerer's Tarot and clarify with another deck, maybe close out with an Oracle deck or something. I don't know. We're just going to see what happens. But I hope you guys have been good. Hope you've been good. We're just going to go and take a deep breath, say a prayer, and hop into the reading. Pray to God, Spirit, my guides, and my angels, my ancestors, to help myself and the collective see and hear any messages that we need to see and hear. For the highest good of all involved, for our love and relationships, or any messages that want to come through. It has been so long that I almost forgot my intro. We have a different kind of intro coming in. So yeah, guys, I hope you're good. Like I said, Sorcerer's Tarot. I was thinking of maybe clarifying with Mystical Cat Tarot. I brought my decks with me today. If you want to book a personal reading or see any of my other services, everything is in the description. Thank you, by the way, for all the likes and the subscribes and the comments and the donations and all the very beautiful stuff you guys always send my way. I'm very grateful for that. Even after being gone for a week at a time, you guys still show love, and I really appreciate that. Yep. Let's see. Anything new? We are entering eclipse season here. Should be coming up soon. I think the 25th is the eclipse, isn't it? And this will be coming out a few days before that. Let's just see what comes out. We're just going to shuffle some cards, just make it a timeless message. It doesn't even have to be a love reading, even though we do tend to do love readings here. We'll see what comes out. So, yeah, I give thanks to my guides, my angels, and my ancestors for any messages you want to come through for the collective today. Go and take that. Okay. So I'm hearing that there is a commitment of sorts coming in. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. And we also have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So this can mean different things depending on how we're looking at it. If we're looking at this in terms of love and relationships, I feel like you're going to be building a connection with somebody. You're going to be working on something. I feel like you've been in this very independent phase for so long. We've talked about this before, where oftentimes we kind of have to let people into our lives and understand that it's not always up to us to stay, excuse me, I'll fix my mic, stay in that independent phase. I don't really feel like it's something where you're forcing yourself into it. I feel like you've just naturally gravitated to being in this independent energy, but I feel like you're going to be getting the opportunity here to actually build something with somebody. This can, if we're talking about this in terms of career, this can be you entering in like a new job, looking for a new job, entering a new job space, getting a promotion, stuff like that, right? Or working on your business, or whatever it is that you feel is going to bring you that sense of independence. I feel like that is what you're going to be working on now. I'm feeling this energy of it going both ways. I mean, we talk about this too, where love and career and all the finances and all those kinds of things and hobbies and passions and spiritual purpose, when you get to a certain point on your path, they all kind of start to coalesce into one big ball of lessons, right? It's like we're pulling from this sphere of lessons, and they're all interconnected, and we're learning one thing at a time. But realistically, as you learn in one area, you're learning in another area. That can go to say that, like, you can be working on your relationship issues, and that will apply to every type of relationship you're in, not just love and not just romantic, right? But I mean, the fact that we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're going to be getting, it just feels like something traditional, and it doesn't necessarily mean like traditional values and morals, but it feels like something that you consider to be a tradition within your ancestral lineage is kind of what I'm hearing. It's something where it's like fulfilling some kind of contract within your ancestral lineage that's going to reflect the traditional values that you hold dear to yourself, right? So if we're talking about love and relationships, this will be something like, depending on your culture and depending on how you view love and relationships, this will be something just like a monogamous committed relationship leading to marriage and all those kinds of things, right? But it also, I'm seeing this energy of, I don't know, I'm seeing like wisps of like blue that makes sense. Just like blue floating things. So that can talk about communication, and I feel like that's what's going to be coming through. This is how you're going to be able to build with whoever it is you're building with, because you're going to be talking about what it is you see to be a relationship as. It's a good time to review that as well before entering a relationship. I think we've already kind of moved past that phase though, based on the readings that I've done for y'all in the past and the collective I do read for. We've already talked about this energy of like knowing what it is you want in a relationship, making space for the relationship, making space for yourself. And so now I feel like you're kind of coming out of that phase, and you're essentially entering into the space of putting everything to practice, right? And it's kind of like, this doesn't really feel like old archaic beliefs to me. Like the Hierophant can also mean structure and organization. And so now it's kind of putting things to practice. Like I said, everything that we've been talking about, it's actually applying that to a relationship, applying that to whatever it is you're going to be working on. If this is like, career or something, or just like a new passion project, it's applying all of the lessons that you've learned from your past to what you're going to be doing now. And I feel like this goes both ways. It doesn't necessarily feel like it has to be just career or just relationships. I feel like this goes every which way. It's kind of what it seems like to me. I'm going to go ahead and just do some clarifiers here though. Let's just go and pull some more cards and see what comes out. Okay, we got a stack at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Page of Cups. So, I mean, we could see this a few different ways. I'm seeing this as like a new romantic connection. This is a new phase in a relationship, working towards what it is you've wanted for a long time. And I feel like that's kind of why the Hierophant came out. It's understanding that, like, it's not that you weren't worthy of the things you wanted. I just feel like you kind of had to go through this space of kind of, I don't want to say like proving to the universe that you're ready for it, but it's almost just like the universe needs to know that you're ready for it. And I feel like that's kind of the phase a lot of us have been going through and have come out of now. And it's kind of like the universe is seeing us in this space of like, okay, I see you're asking for this, I see you're asking for that. What are you willing to do to maintain that so that you can stay in alignment with what it is you want to experience? I know I say that a lot when we talk about alignment a lot, but it's an ongoing process where you're going to continue to meet different people and get into different situations that are going to push you to different ends of the spectrum within yourself. So look at that as like a pendulum, where it's like your shadow self and your higher self, none of them being better or worse than the other, but they're serving different purposes in your relationships. So let's say, like, somebody comes into your life that has you swinging a little bit further on the shadow side of the pendulum. What are you doing to balance that out? Like, are you just falling deeply into that shadow space, or are you taking steps necessary to align yourself with the balance? I know me personally, I tend to consider myself to be somebody that walks like the middle path. I don't really see myself as somebody that's too far on any end of the spectrum. I feel like I walk a nice balance, and that just influences my perception of spirituality. And if you want to get into like interdimensional entities and all that kind of stuff, that's a conversation for another time. But it's more so just this energy of like, okay, where do you stand on that spectrum right now? And I feel like this relationship, whatever it is that's coming in, is going to push you into a space of evaluating that. I do feel like this could be somebody making an offer to you. This could be you making an offer to somebody. But I feel like there is a mutual desire to work on a relationship. Kind of what I'm hearing. This could be somebody new. This could be somebody from the past. We are going to pull, we got a stack of cards we'll look at and see what comes up. But it is this energy of wanting to work on something with somebody. However that resonates for you, I feel like this is going to go multiple ways, both career and otherwise. Like I said, we got a pretty big stack, and it's pretty great, pretty good cards. I like picking at the cards before because it gives me, I feel like I have a sneak peek into the messages before I give them to you, and it allows me to kind of synthesize it in my mind before I actually talk about it. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Four of Wands, Three of Cups, the Empress, Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, back to the Seven. This is very similar energy to the message that came out for the daily message on Instagram, at jstarotservice on Instagram. If you do want to see the daily message, a lot of the times I will do those readings before I record these readings. They're maybe like a minute to a minute and a half long. I think Instagram like lengthened the amount of time we can put reels up, or lengthen the amount of time of a clip that I can use in a reel. Excuse me. So this is very similar energy. It's often like a very broad perspective of what we talk about in the readings, but it's very similar. It's this energy of like, okay, you have the opportunity to invest in a relationship. I do feel like this is a very spiritual connection. I do feel like this is something where you're going to start out as friends, right? This is usually how new connections go, or just, you know, in general, whether or not you've been friends with this person for a while. I feel like whatever it is you're doing, it has a very deep spiritual bond in it. Didn't come out right. This person, okay, hold on. You have a very deep spiritual bond to this person. That's what I'm trying to say. Whatever it is you're connecting with, whatever it is you're doing, if you're doing something career-based, I feel like you're integrating the spiritual aspects of yourself into this project, career move, relationship, whatever it is. I just feel like it's going to be growing. It's going to be very fruitful. Okay, we have the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and then I'm really interested to see these. They're like counter energies here. It's kind of questioning whether or not you're ready for this, is what I feel like. I feel like a lot of us have been in the space of trying to manifest these types of things here with the Ace of Cups and the Empress. That longevity in a relationship, that new beginning, that new love, whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest, I feel like it is coming to fruition here. It is something that is going to be long lasting, but like, why are you so hesitant though? And I feel like that's what's being looked at right now. It's like, even when you are presented with what it is you've been wanting, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of anxiety surrounding it, and there's going to be some fear surrounding it. This is the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. We have talked about the Eight of Cups probably for the past few readings now. I want to say the Eight of Cups has come out for at least 2 videos minimum, and then I mentioned it in a video that it didn't come out because it's an energy that I feel like comes up often. I mean, this is also the same guy, actually, if you look at it. Does not look like the same guy. It's the same dude. He's like, I don't know, it's really interesting. It's like different sides of the same coin is what I'm hearing. It's somebody who has taken the time to evaluate what it is they do and don't want. Like, are you truly in alignment with this? Is this what you want to be in alignment with? I think is the important question to ask here. And are you willing to work through the fears? I feel like that's what's being asked of you right now, because these are the only 2 cards that have come out that are really telling me that something is amiss, and I don't even mean it like that. I just feel like there's just things that you're questioning right now, because it's like, maybe you're just not used to this energy here. It's intense. It's a very palpable energy if you're tapped into it or if you're experiencing it. I mean, this is the very beginning phases of a new spiritual relationship, and I feel like this is a very celebratory time. I mean, this could be a reconciliatory energy as well, but it doesn't really feel like that. And this is going to resonate different for different people. On one hand, there's going to be a reconciliatory energy with somebody that you may have had something with in the past. The only indications of that for me are going to be the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Otherwise, I'm not seeing any really past energy. The only other thing that would speak of past energy to me would be maybe the Seven of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you may have once planted seeds with in the past, and now you're starting to see things come to fruition. However, the fact that we do have the Ace of Cups here is really just telling me that you're in this space of manifesting something new. I feel like there's a difference between staying in your Empress energy and like being willing to take that action. That's kind of what I'm seeing this Four of Wands here. It's a very fiery card. I mean, it's the card of spiritual growth. It's the card of marriage. It's the card of celebration. It's the card of like a happy home. It's really coming to terms with the fact that like what you've been seeking is almost, it's like right in front of you is what it's like right there. You just got to be brave enough to work through the fears that are trying to keep you held back from investing in whatever this is. Okay. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. I feel like this is something that you've been wanting for a long time, and it's just being brave enough to do it. I just said the same exact I said the same exact thing. All right, so I'm going to pull one more from this deck, and then we're going to go pull from the Mystical Cat Tarot. Okay, that didn't take long. Same card at the bottom because I didn't really get to shuffle. So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So it's kind of like it's like bringing yourself back into balance. I feel like you're coming out of this though. This doesn't feel like an energy you're currently in. I feel like there's something where you've been in this space maybe for a while now, and it was to bring you back into balance, right? And so I feel like that's where a lot of those fears are coming from. Think about it like, we're going to take it back to like school. If you are in school, then you'll likely have been experiencing this. If you've been in school in the past, which pretty much all of us have at some point, then you will understand. So think about like summer break, right? And you're going to be starting like new classes or something, or whatever it is you're going to be doing. If it's like a college class, you're going to be starting a whole new semester of classes after a break. It's that apprehensive energy where it's like, this is the energy where you kind of have been on break. You've been taking the time to kind of regain yourself, regain your composure. And I feel like that's where the Nine of Swords and Eight of Cups is coming in. And we saw earlier, it's like, okay, I've been in this break phase, I've been in this preliminary phase, and now I'm really about to start this major spiritual journey here. I mean, it's a beautiful new relationship I'm seeing, and it's like something that you're going to be celebrating with. I feel like you and this person are going to be very happy with the way this moves, because some very beautiful energies here. But again, it's the apprehensiveness, it's the fears, it's just the nervousness. It's not that you're not ready, that you're not prepared. It's like, it's almost like you're questioning your abilities, maybe because you feel a little bit rusty, is what it feels like. It's like, I haven't really been in this type of situation before, or I haven't been in anything like this one in particular, or I haven't really been involved in love at all for a while. However that resonates for you, that's the energy that's coming through for me. In this reading, it's like, I know I want this, I know I'm prepared, I know I've studied, I know I've done what it is I needed to do, I know I have the experience, but am I ready? So that's a good question to ask yourself. Are you ready? And if not, what do you feel like you would need to do to help yourself feel more comfortable and ready for something like that, what's trying to come in, right? We're gonna go ahead and pull some different cards here from the Mystical Cat's Tarot. It's really good to be back, by the way. Kind of off topic. It has been a minute since I've done a reading. I think it's been about 8 days, 9 days. I took a little bit of extra time to rest. I'm not going to get too much into my personal life at the moment, but like I said, a lot of things have been going on. But I'm excited to be back. I am a lot calmer than I was the last time I did a reading, and yeah. So let's just see what comes out. Let's just see what comes out with this deck here. We got about 20 or so, maybe like a little less than 15 minutes left, so we'll pull from this. I don't think everything's in the upright in this deck, so I'll likely still pull upright cards. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't actually really used this deck in a long time, so let's see what comes out. Because I do like reading everything upright, because I feel like it's easier for me to intuit the messages. But we're gonna see, okay? We did get one card that came out. Okay. This is really interesting. We have some major transformation energies here. We have death, we have the moon, and the tower. I mean, that's as big as it can get. I mean, death and the tower alone, just in one pool, that's massive, dude. This is something where I feel like you're going to be coming to terms with some of the very deepest fears that you have. And excuse me, I'm gonna fix my mic. It keeps getting pulled under my shirt. I feel like you're going to be facing some major fears that you've had in relationships. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like that's the tower moment. I feel like the tower moment is this new beginning. Death doesn't always mean the ending. It can be the beginning. I mean, if you look at this card, if I can get it to focus, I mean, it's like literally this cat as being, I mean, it's like his spirit, I suppose, but it's a new birth coming from death. It's cycles. Ending of some major cycles, and I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. That's what I'm seeing actually with the moon. Thinking about the moon in this context, the moon to me would represent cycles, right? You have the cycles of the moon, new moon to the full moon, back to the new moon, and everything in between. That's kind of what I feel like is being looked at. It's like you've been around the block, you know, you've been through the same cycles, and now I feel like you're really stepping off. It's not something where you're like, oh, I'm just kind of like, maybe I'm here for this, maybe I'm here for that, maybe I do or don't want this. It's like, no. It's like, you know damn well what it is you want, and you now know what it is you have to do to get it. And like I was going to talk about with the Empress energy, I forgot to mention, Empress energy doesn't always mean just letting things happen. It's like sometimes taking things into your own hands, but also co-creating with the universe and understanding there is a balance here. And I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like you're going to be getting this new beginning after some major things come to an end. I personally have had that happen as well. I've had some very, very major endings, very tough things that have happened in the past few days alone, and this is indicative of that energy here. Not only what I've been experiencing in my personal life, I would imagine you are all experiencing very similar things, especially with eclipse season coming up. So the only thing I have to say to you right now regarding this energy, it's going to get easier. You are stronger than you think you are, and you're going to be stronger the next day than you were the previous, right? And that's kind of the focus here, is understanding that whether you're moving into a new relationship, whether something is coming to an end for you, it's one foot in front of the other, trusting in your own abilities and understanding that you have been through this before. Maybe not the exact situation, but you have the knowledge from previous cycles, both ancestral and personal. And it's like the experiential knowledge is what's going to allow you to really step into this transformation and the energy. I mean, we're entering Scorpio season too, so this can be real indicative of Scorpio season energy, okay? It can be really, really, really indicative of that. I feel like whatever it is that's falling away, let it fall away. Don't resist it, and the universe will bring in something better for you because you deserve better. Completely honest, you do. And I know you know this because, I mean, I read for you all the time, and like this is the energy that we're always like tapping into. Right? Yeah. Like I said, it's like, I feel like, I mean, we have the king, sorry, I'm going to say the cards first. We have the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. It's just almost this energy of like, is it too good to be true? That's what I'm hearing. Whatever it is that's coming in for you, I feel like this person is very stable. I feel like we're tapping into somebody that's coming into your life, right? This could be the new connection that we're talking about in the earlier reading, or the earlier portion of the reading. This just feels like somebody who's very, very stable. And I feel like you're a little bit confused by that. It doesn't feel like something you're used to. I feel like whoever it is you're dealing with, you may not be used to somebody taking you this seriously. I know the King of Pentacles can be a very serious and stern and stubborn energy in the negative aspects, but it doesn't really feel like that here. I feel like this is, I'm seeing like your energy and their energy. And I feel like this is somebody coming in that's like, okay, taking this very, very seriously. And you're almost kind of like, whoa, I didn't really expect this person to take this so seriously so quickly. Am I crazy? Am I delusional? Whatever it is you're asking yourself right now. I would go so far as to say no, you know, but we'll pull some cards. I'm not going to sit here and tell you are. I'm not a psychologist or a therapist. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're delusional, especially if I don't know you like that. But the fact of the matter is, whenever somebody is showing up for you, just pay attention to that. That's really what I'm hearing here. Be grateful for what's in front of you, appreciate what you do have, and give thanks for what is falling away. If people are leaving your life, if jobs, relationships, hobbies that you're losing passion for, whatever it is that's leaving your life, give thanks for what they've taught you and understand that what is being brought into your life is exactly what you've been looking for. Is Two of Cups. Okay, yeah, dude, this is great. We have Good Kitty at the bottom of the deck, which I believe is Justice in this deck. Yeah, dude, ooh, this is really intense. 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups. I mean, if that's not heads and tails energy, I don't know what is, right? It's like I feel like you've just been through it, man. I know I've personally been through it, which is why I took some extra time off from reading, because I wanted to be able to show up for you guys in a healthier mental space than I was when I did my last reading, right? And I feel like this is what's coming through. It's like you're getting the justice you deserve. Okay, we're gonna be doing some bottom of the deck. The card under that is gonna be the Ace of Swords. And then we're gonna have the 3 of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and take it in the reverse. It came out reverse. I haven't done reversals in a while, but we'll take it. Okay, Sun under that. I feel like you've just gained clarity on a situation. Okay, I feel like now we're getting an understanding of how this has come to be. We're kind of, this is the past energy I feel like you're walking away from. This is the 10 of Swords here. This 3 of Cups reverse, whatever, maybe it could have been a third party that you were dealing with. Keeping in mind doesn't always have to be romantic, right? But the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Cups reverse, that's a straight up betrayal. Like, that's just straight up betrayal. And now you're getting clarity on what that meant for your life. Not necessarily to give anybody any credence or to validate or make excuses for people's behavior, but I feel like you're understanding the deeper lesson here based on what has been occurring. You're getting the Sun card. You're getting the Good Kitty Justice card. We're going to take this Ten of Swords back over here because that's where it belongs, honestly, in the past. And I feel like this is something that you're really stepping into this beautiful energy, dude. I mean, we had Death, the Tower, and the Moon. And this could be something that's already happened, something that will happen, or something that you're currently experiencing. It's just to say the universe wants to let you know that, look, I know you've been through it, and I know things have not been easy. I know you may feel backstabbed and betrayed, and whatever it is that's been going on for you, but trust that you're going to start seeing the benefits of that. Not to say that, like, it's a requirement for you to go through those things, but the fact that you've gone through those things has helped you. I mean, look at how you are now and how you're handling this situation compared to how you would have handled it even just a month ago, last year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Really look at the progress here. Look at how far you've come, and understand that, like, the fact that you're able to, like, navigate this in a healthy way is why you're stepping into this energy, because you're not reacting in the same old ways. You're not trying to get revenge. You're not in that vengeance energy. You're in this energy, focusing on the new beginnings that are ahead of you, because it feels like it's already here. And this feels like a divine union relationship coming in. We had the Four of Wands that came out. We had the Ace of Cups. So it's like the universe is like, okay, like, I understand that you don't want that karmic stuff anymore. Excuse me. It's not to say that you're not going to have different karmic cycles that you participate in, but you're now being presented with something healthy, something safe, something good for you, because you decided to stay in your energy. You just decided to focus on yourself, not embody this. Let this Ten of Swords energy pass. And I feel like that's why you're getting these beautiful energies coming in for you. That's why you're getting this King of Pentacles here. That's like, hey, I take you very seriously. I actually really want to invest in this relationship here. Are you ready? Do you want to do this? And it's not necessarily, it doesn't always have to be a spoken thing. I mean, actions do speak louder than words in many situations. And if somebody is showing up for you and you're resonating with them and you feel like that's something you want to invest in, then by all means do it, right? We're going to go ahead and close out with the animal messages. We only got like 4 minutes. Oh wait, no, like 5-6 minutes. Reading cuts off at 33:11, and we're at like 27:21. So we haven't actually, I only used this deck maybe like one time since I started doing the readings like on camera like this. I used to use them a lot when I was doing, like, bird's eye view camera angle or whatever. I guess that would be like first person. So what would this be? Second person? Second person readings now. We're going to use this. First person that I was doing, I always did this deck. It's an amazing deck. I like it. We're going to see what we get though. Closing messages, animal messages, oracle. Spirit, thank you for the beautiful messages you have brought for us today. It's been a very beautiful reading. Very tumultuous and intense time leading up to this. But we are here, and we are grateful for any messages you do have to close out for the collective reading we have done today. So let's see what comes out. Any final messages for the collective spirit? Okay, we're going to take these. We got 3. Very great. We have Black Panther, the Bats, and the Wolf. I'm going to read them. It says, Black Panther says you have... Oh, no, that's not the Black Panther. It says, sensuality and passion stir beneath a cloak of secrecy. The Bat says you have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. And the Wolf says listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. So just to sum those 3 messages up before I look into the book to read them, I don't know if I will do the book. I don't really think we have to. It's pretty self-explanatory when they have the shorter messages. They do have extended messages for these. I don't know if I have enough time to read them. That's kind of why. But just to say that, like, whatever it is that's leaving your life, I feel like you're being freed from something. And I feel like this is just a reminder that it's like, I'm seeing like different things here, right? I'm seeing, it's like, this is the new opportunity. I'm seeing like different things. This to me looks like the past, the present, and the future. Okay, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be time-based, but it's like you're being freed from something. You are being protected. I feel like somebody here may have really just done you dirty and betrayed you, whatever it is, thrown you to the wolves, whatever, however you want to look at it. I'm just taking that from Queen Cups reading because that keeps sticking in my mind. Also something I experienced. But look, you're being freed. I know it's backwards, but just the message and the wolf, if you resonate with the wolf, I very much do. One of my spirit totems, definitely. And also associated with Artemis, if you do want to look that up, if you're into deity work or anything like that. This is the Artemis totem, as well as the stag and the bow and arrow. However, you're being freed, you're being protected from whoever it is or whatever it is that has happened. You're being freed and protected from that. Enjoy that freedom. You know what I mean? Enjoy that freedom. If it is somebody that you were trying to build a relationship with and it wasn't working out and they were doing you dirty, they're being removed because they weren't healthy for you. And whether or not you saw that, the universe saw and heard things you may not have. And that is why you're here, which says you have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. Whether or not it was you or them in the wrong, whatever it is that's happened, you know, it's in the past. And you're now able to really move into the life you want. You're able to manifest the love and relationships that you want to experience, both platonic and romantic, and those are here for you. That's what I'm saying, dude. We had the Four of Wands, we had the Ace of Cups, we had the Three of Cups. You're manifesting, you know, friends that are going to support you genuinely, that genuinely care and love you. You're going to manifest a partner or deepen your relationship with your partner in a way that's going to be genuine and authentic, and it's not going to be a reflection of people who may have tried to keep you stuck in that past energy. Keep in mind, when you're moving into this limitless future, the past will try to pull you back. The past will say, hey, don't you feel comfortable here? Don't you want to repeat these cycles? Remember how comfortable that was? But also very painful. Remember that. The Ten of Swords, very painful. You're not doing that anymore. We also got the Ace of Swords, did we not? I think we did. We might have gotten the Ace of Swords with the cat deck. We did. So now, yeah, you're moving from the 10 to the Ace. It's like you're gaining the clarity now. You know what it is you want, and you're not afraid to go towards the limitless future to get it. Closing, final message, Black Panther here. Sensuality and passion stir beneath a cloak of secrecy. I really just feels like this could be the person that you're dealing with. This could be the new person. Whoever it is you're dealing with, I feel like there is a lot of passion in this connection. It may not be shown or talked about, but it's there. I'm sure you can feel it if you tap into it, if you're tapped into your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body. And if you want to look into the energetic systems, I would highly recommend doing your research on that. I mean, there's tons of information out there, so whatever resonates with you, if you're interested in that, this would be a good way to understand how to tap into this energy. It's a deeper level of energy work, further than, you know, just doing like chakra cleansing and balancing and stuff. You're looking into the different energy centers of the body and how they're connected to the chakras and the dimensions and all that kind of different spiritual esoteric stuff. If you are interested in it, this would be the time to research it. But closing message, this is beautiful. I'm proud of you for how far you've come. Enjoy this. Enjoy this new time in your life. Enjoy this new relationship. Appreciate what you've been through. Send love to your past and appreciate your present. Okay? I love you so much. I thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading or see any other services in the description, goodbye.